Greetings from Dystopia, episode 142. Doing nothing often leads to the very best of something. We need a poo. And today that's what we're doing. Nothing. Until we find something. I'm actually, not right now, but I'm following the Dupage River down. I'm trying to find a park that I went to a few years back to fish. I thought it was closer to Interstate 55, but where I drove, the frontage road is closed, shut down. For some reason around here, they've taken out a lot of the frontage roads. They've left the ones that lead to residential or light industrial, but a lot of them where they went along farm fields or whatever, they've just closed them down. I'm sure if you investigated it a little bit, it's probably, part of the state's budget crunch, and they opted to close them down rather than maintain the roads, which means at some point they'll probably have to go back and fix them. But in fact, a lot of them that were closed, they've had to, in the weirdest of places, when you go down I-55, if you look, there's a gate coming seemingly out of nowhere that's brand new with a new drive, culvert and everything, heavy duty culverts, to give emergency vehicles access to the interstate because they've taken out these frontage roads. So they come out of a subdivision for seemingly no reason. Budget, I guess. Alright, so we'll cross the Dupe here. About another half a mile. So yeah, trying to find this park. Basically, I'm just looking for somewhere to fish, but I remember this park, and it's been a while since I've actually had a chance to fish it. Some guy taking a picture of a tornado siren. Probably a tinfoil hat. It's not a tornado siren, it's a mind control device. There are people that believe that. The same ones that believe that your smart grid power meter is reporting everything you do in your house. That could be an interesting pond to fish. All right, let me go find somewhere to fish, and then I'll be back. Well, it is a little crowded, but looking at how this park spreads out, this is a long and narrow park. So, all right, yeah, we'll do this one. Worst come to worst, I can walk south. It's maybe a quarter mile and fish around the mounds. Shit, I forgot to put my wading boots back in the car. Well, I got the rip wraps on, so I can wade out if I have to. Alright, let me get set up. I'm just going to put you guys on the chest mount. Still use this camera, but on the chest mount. See you in a little bit. See if you can see yourself in the reflection. You're mounted on the chest. The old lock keeper's house. Can't quite see what you're seeing. I hope this is good enough. Let's walk up this way just a little bit, up towards the north. Take a look in this winding hole, what used to be a winding hole. Right, see you guys in a bit. So this is the old winding hole just north of YMMV Lock 6, which is down there where I showed you the lock keeper's house. This has grown over quite a bit. I do see lots of surface fish activity up this way, but it's so overgrown, there's no way I'll get a cast out there, least of all with a fly rod. So this part of the YMMV is actually quite interesting because it crosses the Dupage River. So down here on the right is actually the YMMV Canal, and there's the remnants of the lock and the lock keeper's home. Let me take you guys out of the mount and go handheld so I can see what I'm recording. So yeah, that was the winding hole back that way where we just were. This is the canal, the remnants of lock number 6, and the gatekeeper's house. And in just a minute, you'll be able to see the open portions of the Dupage River. So the YMMV traffic, the original barge traffic, would actually have to cross the river momentarily to get back onto the canal. And they used to have a skyway walkway, kind of like what we're gonna walk across down here in a minute. And the donkeys and horses would pull across that way. Pretty unique setup. I got people actually fishing from that bridge, but catch you guys on the other side. But I posted up a few pictures of this house before. I would love to live in that house. So that's the Dupage River as it heads around. Comes across through here. I don't know if they've caught any in here this year, but you used to be able to catch buffalo in here. You see all the turtles up on the log. But yeah, so the YMMV comes out over there and then eases right back in through that gate, that lock there. So that was the lock that used to separate the canal from the river. There's a ton of turtles down here. There's one crossing the water right about dead center there. Pretty cool. And the other side of the lock as the YMMV continues down. Holy limited backcast, Batman. Got the bridge back behind me here. Oh, I missed him. Little sunfish. The bigger question is he big enough? Probably not. So to give you an idea, that's the YMMV Canal back behind me. This in front is the Dupage River, the Dupe. There's a great egret out here. I'm going to see if I can kind of sneak up and show you a view. Sometimes you can even see the white pelicans as they migrate through. This is a common stop for them in the spring and the fall. So let's see if we can sneak up on this great egret. Yep, he's still right here through the bush. There he is. Well, he's seen me now. Don't fly away, just walk away. Ooh, random trail. Let's see where it goes. I'm sure this is one made by anglers because it follows all along the river here. But it's still a random trail and Rick's got to follow it. So what caught my eye with it is you can see how the sunlight kind of moves across the flowers. That's the type of stuff I look for. A little sweat bee down there on it. So there you go. And I do get asked about that usually on Facebook on photographs. So you can kind of see how these down here, there's minimal sunlight on them. But yet as you come up, the ones with the sunlight on them actually pop really nicely. So those are the ones you're looking to shoot. Now they don't show up as well on here, but your eye will see that, and those are the kind of things you want to look to take pictures of. Or like this down here, 7 petals. There's one with 6 petals. So find one that's perfect, you know, that's got all 8 petals on it, and then focus tightest on the one that's missing a petal. Because that's the one your eye is going to be drawn to, so you can kind of trick people to look at it a specific way. Anybody want to take a guess at what my fly rod is doing, bouncing up and down? Walked into a spider web, so I'm just kind of clearing the way in front of me now. Just passed a whole, yeah, I guess you'd say a grove of crab apples. That might be a trip back out. Another month and a half, month-ish. There's I was finding that recipe. If I can find it quick enough, I'll post it on today's episode. If not, I'll post it on another one. It's basically an upside down cake, or like a plum cake, if you've ever had one of those. It's just an old-fashioned simple cake. And it's made with Bisquick. Used to make that camping a lot in the fall. Go find a bunch of crab apples so it's nice and tart. Using maple syrup gives you the best shot. There's the river. Well, I was going to fish this part of the INM, but I have a load of people coming up behind me, heading back to the parking area, so I'm just going to beat feet back to the car. See you guys in a little bit. Well, couple sunfish, little bitty guys, not even worth photographing. The one just, I don't even know how he even got the hook in his mouth. And the other one I foul hooked. He, I guess, struck at it and turned away, and when I lifted up to set the hook, right in his back. Oops. Could have used him as bait. Alright folks, that's it for today. Got that today. I'm trying to get my miles up. 4.32 miles. Not bad, especially with the back. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. Got a couple fish and a good day outside. So, like I said, a little bit of nothing that turned into a whole lot of something. All right, folks, that's it for today. Be good. Be well. Put them on. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Alright guys, that's it for today. Be good. I screwed that up, didn't I? That's my thing and I forgot it.